What's going on, everybody? It's the Digital World Podcast. We have an interesting video where it says rice is to blame for around 10% of global emissions of methane, a gas that over 2 decades traps about 80 times as much heat as carbon dioxide. Scientists say that if the world wants to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, rice cannot be ignored. Folks, first of all, based on I don't put too much faith into these things here, but it says rice per se is not causing a 10% increase of greenhouse gases. The rice as a crop is efficient. The CO2 and methane increases are caused by the burning made and burning seasoning made after the harvest. So, anyways, the point I want to make here is that rice is a very, very big part of people's meals worldwide. And you cut that out and you're talking about cutting out, I don't have a percentage, but there's a lot of Asians that eat rice. Hispanics eat a lot of rice. A lot of people have rice as a major component. And if you cut that out, well, okay, let's just, make the whole world go hungry. Rice is very vital. And I'm telling you, and I've been harping on this, you got to prepare for the famine that's coming. This is not hyperbole. They're warning you. And when they tell you something, you better believe it because they're causing it. And you're seeing how these, because of the green movement, they're starting to cut down on fertilizer. They're starting to cut down on a lot of things. And so it's just a matter of time before it all catches up and the world doesn't have the food that it needs. Right now we're running on excess food. They're slashing down on that. Here we see world population growth versus global oil production. And you see here that it coincides, global oil production coincides with the quick rise of the world population exponentially, as a matter of fact. And so if you have energy that's easily accessed by people, it allows for a better standard of living. And without that, it's very dire. It becomes a very dire situation. So, as they're going to this green movement type of agenda, you better really rethink where this is all headed. And so that's why I make the case of, hey, prepare daily, because what's coming is not going to be anything good. Here is China's debt, which you can't even see it in here in comparison to all these other nations that you see on this list. They're all, the only other one is Turkey, which is up here, and every other nation in India, but every other nation is down here. And so you see China has just gone, no country has survived a credit bill this large or fast ever. As of 2020, China's debt build, their debt build exceeds 2,900% from the 2000 baseline. So, you tell me what you think. But I find it rather interesting. There's a lot of narratives building up China. But is there anything that may suggest that is the case? I don't know. You tell me. Here we see if once the CBDC is linked to your digital ID, if you're caught jaywalking or breaking the law, the facial recognition system will immediately display your face on a public board of shame before deducting the fine from your digital wallet. And here it is, publicly shamed. Here is the S&P 500 index, and it is being compared to that of the data that was collected from 1929. And if you look here, it's awfully eerily similar. You see 1916, here you see 2001, and then you have your drawdown. Then you have the run-up back in 2008, the run-up back in 1920, and the drawdown, and then you see that big bubble happening. And if we're on a similar trajectory, we're almost on par to where that big cliff comes afterwards. And so, a lot to consider indeed. And you cannot take this lightly, because the moment that you do, you may be caught red-handed. So here's this I know you guys can't see it all, but it says recent findings by Credit Karma in a survey of Americans. 51% don't know how to calculate their net worth. 31% have net worth of $0 or less. 30% of Gen Z care about celebrities' net worth more than their own. 21% aged 59 and above have net worth of $0 or less. Anyways, interesting. And that'll do it for today. So, folks, be diligent. Keep preparing. Do not let up. Just one day at a time. Anyways, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel. It's the Digital World Podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode.